we're kind of looking at the different trade plans with not Netflix, MRK. And MRK, of course, we know how this thing has been kind of going, and now kind of going back to what we are currently looking at. So I had 12 contracts, sold two, and I have 10 left now. And I want to kind of look at it now to kind of show you why I'm potentially looking to either close out maybe another 5 contracts or just close the whole trade once we get to a certain level. And so the $105 level with MRK has been one of the heaviest levels that we kind of looked at the last time, and this was back in November, okay, when we were here, and we kind of got to it a few times. So in a meeting with a student, and he spotted a double top, which what we could be seeing. So you may see all of that here. You'll see this top one here, and this is top two, and then this is the neckline. And there was also this double bottom that is currently playing out, which is here. Okay. And so getting to that 105 would be, well, we actually already at 105, but around 105.84. So MIK moves, kind of slowly a bit because we currently hit up to this little highest point on this counter, which is 105.39. So 105.84 was where that next top could retest again and potentially go back down. And if I was looking for a official stop out, it would be at this structure break where we got this break here and ran up. It would actually be at this neckline. So in the event that it does not break over 105.84 and we come back down, then we will begin to kind of see an overall double top forming out here. And then, of course, breaking above that, it could possibly invalidate the pattern. But remember, on double tops, it won't always be a perfect resistance. It could be top one here, and then the final top could be at this area at about 107 before it starts to come down. So the main thing with this one is to continue to watch that 105.84 level as its heaviest resistance, and needing to get over that in order to go to those 107. And then at approximately 110, of course, we got all of this we would have to break through. But I would not be surprised if MRK retests between 100 and 102. 102.17 to 100 around this area before it decides to start retesting back up 104, 105, and officially touching 107 again. So we go further to the left. The last time this thing was even sitting at 107 was right up in here, and that was on October 23rd, 2024. Okay, so we haven't been all the way up here in a year. Okay, so that just something to kind of take note of. And then this 110 will also be a very heavy level to watch right up in here. We'll bring that box over right up in here. So I wanted to make a quick video because I meant to actually talk about this. And I forgot to kind of mention it, but this right here is where I am currently kind of debating on my current 10 contracts that I have for MRK and whether or not I'm going to close it out. And because I'm kind of confident that we're going to come back down before we even attempt that 107. But of course, we got to see what happens at 105.84. We hit up at 105, and you guys see now, I'm on a daily time frame, by the way, and we got rejected at that 105.39. So we were still about 40, 50 cents shy of that 105.84. So that's currently where I am on this one. These levels here are still valid coming down, but of course they got support here, and these older, let's say, hold up here, support level now, 104 support. And these, of course, are still support. So 105.84 is still resistance. 107 is that next level up. And I will actually look at about between 108, 109. That's the next resistance before we get to 110, because we know how MRK moves. On the daily, the RSI is currently sitting up at about 67. So picking up to about those 70s, 105.75, possibly we can begin to push back down. The last time we was at 105.84. This right here was the RSI, which was at about 82. So just keep that on your radar. That's currently where I am now. Watch out for this potential double top that could form here on this thing to retest these lower levels before it decide to push higher on there. So MRK is still my one. It is the one that I will be looking to trade the remainder of December. I initially wanted to hold those 10 contracts for the remainder of December, but depending on how it reacts up here at that 105 between today and tomorrow, then that would kind of let me know what I would decide to do with my remaining 10 contracts and make another move from there, possibly to the downside to retest those lower supports. So we'll see. And as usual, I will keep you guys updated on that.